Why is interior design TikTok so addicting? I made a video called Get Me Off Interior Design TikTok, I feel like a year ago. I'm still going strong. I actually deleted the app because my phone didn't have storage. Love that. Finally got a new phone, and then I re-downloaded TikTok, and now I'm back on my addiction of interior design content. I mean, I go down many paths on TikTok or Reels, I guess. But over the course of these last 3 months of my addiction, I need to get back off it, honestly. But I've managed to save quite a few funny, interesting videos. A lot of these are funny videos. Who knew interior design could be so hilarious? I mean, there's some good ones with like good design, but a lot of this is a compilation of kind of bad design, to be honest. Anyways, let's get started on today's video of, I don't know what the title is, Get Me Off Interior Design TikTok Part 2, or I'm still on interior design TikTok. Don't download TikTok. If you haven't, don't do it. I'll do it for you. It's an addiction. It honestly is just a good way for me to disassociate. I'm like, oh, I'm spiraling in my brain. I guess I'll go on TikTok and be numb. If you're watching this right now, the Was shower curtains just went live. There's not a ton of them. They turned out so great. I'm super excited. So if you want one, go to the wasthestore.com, link down below. Again, there's not that many, but they're live right now.
It's the wacky viral trend sweeping the nation.
I'm going to line these up tallest to shortest.
It's called Fridgescaping.
So many of you sent me this concept, Fridgescaping. And listen, even though I may sound like someone who would fridgescape, I don't. I feel like I talked about this in another video where I was like, the other day I had this piece of art that I didn't really love and I was going to store it in my garage, but then I decided maybe I should put it in my fridge. And then I was like, no, too far.
In this one, the butter has its own little awning surrounded by flowers. This one looks like an enchanted forest.
The butter having its own little house awning. This is very shabby chic. Very shabby chic.
Lindsay Judish is a popular fridgescaper. She says she spent about 3 hours creating her Bridgerton-themed arrangement called What Else? Fridgerton.
I thought
A Bridgerton-themed fridgescape called Fridgerton. Honestly entertaining. And I don't know, I have like that weird OCD itch where when something's really organized and pretty, I do like that.
She places berries in porcelain and grapes in a lovely glass bowl. Lindsay showed us how she beautifies her fridge every 2 weeks.
So I think we're going to fill in some of the blanks with some candles.
I can get on board with putting your berries in like a cute bowl, of course, but I think it's the mood lighting where I where I draw the line, I guess, and the butter like house thing. They noted in this TikTok, like, Lindsay, one of the most popular fridgescapers. And then there was a comment that's like, she's the only one doing this. But I bet there are more people. I get a nice little high from it, but I'm not going to do it. But shout out to Lindsay.
Can somebody please explain to me how this is being sold as a single family home? Like, is this a joke that I'm not a part of?
This one is funny because a old school is being sold as a single family home. In Chicago, there's a lot of old schools that are converted into apartment complexes, but this one in Wisconsin is sold as a single family home, which I thought was pretty interesting. I wouldn't want to do that, but I like the concept. I love how they stage this room with like a little bed. Like this could be this is the primary suite. The thing with having this as a single family home, there's just too much space. So I guess if that's what you want. Honestly, this would have been fun to have like in college or like young people. Like they should convert it into like a co-op. Oh my God, I had a dream the other night that I had roommates again. And we all had to like share a living space and I hated it. I was like, wait, we should get rid of some of this stuff. And they were like, no, I love this couch. And I was like, fuck. Anyways, the bathrooms are what's kind of scary. It's giving dorm. That's why like young people need to live here, or like artists, people who need a lot of space. They should honestly rent this out as a film location because people are always looking to film movies. They'll go to Wisconsin. It's cheaper for them to film there. Actually, there's this abandoned mall in my town. Well, it's the Charlestown Mall, which is a town over, but this was like a mall that we used to go to when we were younger. It completely shut down. But anyways, they filmed like a Ferrari commercial in this mall. And people from my town were, group texting about it. My friends and I, we were like, huh, interesting.
This is one of my favorite aesthetics. I call it warm apple pie mama country Americana.
This creator is fun to follow. Hello, my name's John. He just kind of talks about different aesthetics within design, like even like graphic design, like all areas of design. But I thought this one was pretty good because I just like remember this time, and I feel like the Midwest, we loved this shit.
We don't see enough decorative apple halves anymore. I want to see an apple cut in half.
I agree. A decorative apple half really was the thing. This whole, like the quilts, it's cozy, but it's so themed. But I love it. This definitely is the OG farmhouse decor, but it's like Midwest farmhouse decor. I feel like, hey, everyone who's not from the US, like, did this aesthetic come into play? Like, does this even exist elsewhere? I think this is literally just country Americana. There were so many quilts, ruffles, and so many buttons. And I like that. I really love this video in particular because it shows a kitchen upgrade without replacing the outdated cabinets. And it looks really good. I think I've shown this in a past video because in our lake house in Michigan, we decided to keep the cabinets, and the before and after is so great. And look at this one. It looks so good. The cabinets look amazing. And I like that they mixed, some modern upgrades with the older cabinets. Like that mix actually helps the waterfall island. So you can do that, apparently. Apparently, I don't hate a waterfall island anymore. I don't know. The before and after are good.
Let's talk about my most controversial project, which is putting cement on my wood fireplace.
These types of videos are pretty risky to put up on the internet because people will come for you hard if you're, painting over, some brick or some good wood or whatever it is. If people are making bad renovation upgrades, if you put that online, you are going to have your comment section flooded. This one was interesting. She concreted this big, fireplace that was good wood, but now it kind of looks like, someone in the comments, again, always have to read the comments. Someone was like, it was giving church and now it's giving mega church, which I LOL'd again. I don't know if I necessarily loved it in general. There was a ton of wood, but I liked the wood. The concrete is, mega church. So this one isn't a video. This is just an account that I thought was interesting that someone sent me. It's called Ugly Belgian Houses, and you can just look at some ugly Belgian houses. But in my opinion, I kind of like some of them. They look like, they're interesting, but I'm kind of weirdly into it. I feel like America has worse. But these are, go follow this account if you're interested in ugly Belgian houses. I mean, geez, look at all these guys. Some of the architecture truly is interesting. It's like ugly, but it's interesting. Okay, this one's funny because it says POV. Everyone tells you to paint your fireplace white. And she's trying to be like, well, look what I did. I went with a dark color, which I do think, I guess, is better, than white. It's kind of like everyone going with that white trend is now kind of shifting over into this, like, taupe, which I think is great. But again, I feel like there was other ways they could have upgraded that fireplace, especially maybe if she kept the wood walls. Honestly, if she kept the wood walls behind it, it would have been good. Okay, so IKEA apparently is starting to put out some of their vintage designs, and this guy, Preston Conrad, gives us like a quick little review of these things. And honestly, I love when IKEA comes back with, you know, like this chair, this like red and black chair, like that's a classic piece. I like when they like rotate it and then they give it like a little upgrade. But I will say, I feel like they're bringing back some pieces, but there's so many good ones that they haven't brought back, which they should do. Like these guys. That's what I want back. So IKEA, keep bringing back vintage pieces. People will love them. Oh, this was such an interesting hack that I found. Basically, if you need a light switch to be in a certain location, you can buy this like, it's a wireless switch basically. So you can like attach it in your wall to where the original switch is, and then you put up this fake switch and it's kind of whatever. Sounds like it's like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or something, you know? Feels like that. I mean, nowadays you can control your light bulbs in your lamps from your phone, which is pretty wild to me. But this was interesting because sometimes you have to switch your light switch if it's like behind like a cabinet that you want to put up or whatever. Here's a hack. That one's fun. A good old hack. I love this because I enjoy a little pettiness, especially in like an artistic way. But basically, the town or the neighbors ordered this man to hide his boat. They didn't love his boat sitting out on his driveway, which is like, okay, I get it. Like there's some eyesores, but it's his driveway. You can't really order someone to do that. But anyways, he built a fence and then hired an artist to make a mural of the boat. And they did an excellent job, honestly. The artist did. And I just love it so much. It's a good way to kind of fight back. And he's also just like a sweet man. He's like, you know, it's a fun political statement and it's, you know, quirky and humorous. And I love it. I'm like, I get it. I get not wanting an eyesore, but a boat is fine and it's his driveway. So hilarious. Love that. Love that stuff. NBC News. This was just on the news. Love that. Wait, I was cracking up at this one because my mom would totally do the same thing. This woman wanted to get some art for her walls, and she wanted like her family portrait. She wanted it to be printed large on a canvas, and she sent in a screenshot of it instead of like the actual image. So it has like the times and like her camera roll, and honestly, her reaction is just hilarious. Oh my God, it's on Barstool Sports. Did not know that. But anyways, hilarious. Love that. My mom would do that. Sorry, Sue. You would though. Some of my favorite TikToks to come across are the ones that show you a time capsule kind of, especially the ones from the 90s, like showing a house that hasn't had any renovations done, especially like around my time or the early 2000s. I think it's just, I don't know, it brings me back to, you know, partying in my friends' basements when we were in high school. And that, you know, this like Tuscan kitchen aesthetic was so in. And lots of like fake foliage and, you know, little lettering on the wall and sponge painting, honestly, which is kind of back in a different form, lime wash. So if you're lime washing, you're also just sponge painting. So just know that. We're going to take a TikTok break because you all need to take some time away from TikTok. How about that? Because I want to make my bed. Sheets, Brooklinen. As you all know, I love Brooklinen. If you're anything like me, you spend a lot of time in bed. And I personally think Brooklinen has the comfiest sheets. And on top of it, they have some great patterns to choose from. I am most definitely a hot sleeper. And one of the reasons I love the Brooklinen sheets is because they're breathable. They're a 270 thread count. This is the classic core sheets bundle. I also have the hardcore sheet bundle, and this includes a sheet set, pillowcases, and a duvet cover. Even though I sleep hot, in the winter I'm cold as hell. I start off with a blanket on, and then by the end of the night it's off. Also, this cotton quilt is extremely lightweight. It's soft. It's hand stitched. It has texture. Whoa, this is starting to be very intimate. But anyways, I'm a huge fan of Brooklinen. I always have been. I've worked with them before. I love working with them. I'm literally petting the sheet. If you visit the link in my description or scan the QR code on the screen, you can receive 15% off your first Brooklinen order and save extra when you bundle. Bundle up, y'all. Love you, Brooklinen. Thanks for sponsoring. Now let's get back to TikTok. I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes of scrolling in my bed. Okay. Goodbye. This woman took an IKEA cabinet, the Ivar cabinet or whatever, and she made her own version of it. I really love when people take IKEA stuff and kind of customize it because their products are so customizable, truly. And so she wanted to copy this other very expensive cabinet, and she found these tiles, these like wood tile samples, and she bought a bunch of tile samples. I think they're real wood, which is great. And she did this project where she made this like mosaic on the cabinet, and I think it turned out so good for a DIY. I mean, obviously you have to like really measure and pay attention and shit. But I think it turned out really nice. I really love the idea of doing a DIY project with like sample wood pieces. That's such a creative idea. I also have been toying with the idea of like wanting to make like mosaic tile things as like, I don't know. We do craft nights sometimes over here because we're constantly wanting to do shit like that. And we did a painting craft night and I was like, it would be fun to do like a mosaic tile craft night. These types of videos where I sit down and watch content with you remind me so much of Jenna Marbles, who I used to watch a ton. She used to do these sit downs just like this and like watch comedy TikToks and like laugh. I feel like this would be fun to do if I was stoned. You know? Okay. This guy posted this old home that they renovated, and it says, newly renovated house for sale, DM if interested. And people are genuinely confused in the comments. Like, I genuinely gasped. There's no way, right? I'm in physical pain. People get very upset. It does feel like it's a joke. Like, people are being like, there's no way that this is real. Because look at the before. Obviously, like, there's some things you could upgrade in this, but look what they did after. It's like a jail cell. Before, after. Look at that. That is such a stunning bathroom. What did they do? Oh, no. Oh, God. Obviously, it needs some upgrades, but what the... that one, okay, they kept the fireplace. Before... Why would they get, like, red... Like, some of this stuff I am genuinely confused by. Like, this room, like, it has amazing wood beams that still would fit into the next, like, design of modern whatever. Like, that would look good with the wood on the ceiling. God, people... Anyways, had to ruin your day with that one, you know? Reeves Connolly is also a really fun guy to watch on TikTok. He does a lot of deep dives into certain design aesthetics, and I thought this one was interesting. Basically, he's suggesting that whatever your major is, like if you're in finance or like going into the stock market, or like if you're an English major, the classroom should kind of resemble where you're going to be working. He thinks it could inspire you more. And I agree with that because a lot of classrooms are so sterile. So I find it interesting to suggest that. I feel like no one's ever really going to do that. But like look at this like circular classroom for philosophy majors. I really feel like it could inspire people to just be more involved if they're not already interested. But I will say there's no way colleges are going to take funding or any large lump sum of money and put it towards the classrooms. They're most likely going to put it towards a new football stadium. This girl, she's actually sent in her house before. I think we looked at her sofa and something, or I don't remember. But anyways, I just really liked her style. It's very simple. I feel like we align style wise. But anyway, she does a really good job at mixing, you know, Danish pieces with modern pieces with good pops of color and patterns. And I just love seeing this type of home because, oh yeah, here, we purchased a new rug thanks to Paige. Oh yeah, she got the Arvin Alano, which looks really good in there. Honestly, so cute. But I don't know. You know what? We like to see a home that we can relate to and afford. And she did a great job. Look at all her bamboo blinds. We love it. we love it. This one cracked me up. Nothing more humbling than 2015 apartment pics. That style, like the big stripe curtain with the grommets and like whatever that pattern rug, that was such a thing. And then here's 2017 where we go all white with like a gray tufted headboard. 2019, we're getting into like the quirky shapes. This is so, oh God. Yeah, that's fun. 2020, okay, we're getting more unique. Nothing is as bad as the first one. Wait, let's go back. It's like, is this style ever going to become like a thing? Like, is that rug so bad that it becomes good eventually? You know, that's the question that I'm asking. This guy did like a chat GPT or like an AI thing where he was like, build me a Shrek themed house. And I just really love that concept. And I think I should do a video on that. So the reason I'm posting this is because I want you all to leave in the comments down below ideas of homes, I guess, that AI could create. I feel like they should be like weird, but we also could do something fun, like make us a Frank Lloyd Wright home or like a cool designer. It could be anything. So leave some suggestions down in the comments because I really want to do, I've been really wanting to do an AI video. And I feel like this should be the theme, like having AI create themed rooms for us. So do that for me.
Margot, you ate on the charger.
It's like, am I just high in bed watching these videos thinking that they're funny? I found this so hilarious because this girl ate her dinner off of like a charger. It's like, what is the point of a charger really? It's like it's almost like a placemat. Like you put your plate on it, but she just ate her dinner off of a plastic charger, which I loved. Was that funny? I think that's funny. Don't you think that's funny? I thought it was funny. But sometimes I am like, was that funny or was I just high? I had no idea that 5/1 buildings were a thing. I didn't know that's what they were called, but this all makes sense. It feels like it's a very affordable way to get a lot of housing, but it's an eyesore. But basically this TikTok is talking about how brownstones aren't really being built because they're more expensive. Houses like that, houses with character. And now they're doing these very modern eyesore apartment complexes, which we've all seen. And it also usually has like commercial space on the bottom. You know, sometimes there'll be like a mini mart or like whatever. So it's kind of a good concept. It's just ugly. I found it interesting when she said that when you see these buildings, it doesn't like identify what city you're in, which is just an interesting concept in my opinion. But she states that this formula of housing works so well just for builders. Builders are really taking over in that sense of like, we'll just provide you a bunch of housing and people need housing. So they are getting rented out. I also found it so interesting that a lot of people hate these buildings. Like the look of them kind of goes along with gentrification. So this style is really going to just like have an impact in design. And because we're not really going to be making brownstones again, because it's not cheap to do it, that's why you should not buy these things if you're going to renovate it poorly, because just go get your gentrified box instead. I love these TikToks that show just moments of people's homes and how they live and just like the simplicity of it. And they just put like a creepy little music tone over it. And I just like this. It's literally 13 seconds long. But you get to see, I don't know, a little glimpse into someone's home. Same with this guy, this like mid-century house. I feel like a lot of realtors are kind of getting into TikTok just to be able to show, you know, some spaces for sale. Like look at this mid-century spot here in Los Angeles. Just like little moments. Like look at that hallway, everything. Oh, I love those cabinets so much. And that bar. Whoa, I'm obsessed with this house. Wow, TikTok is fun, but need to chill. Truly need to chill. The Kmart headquarters in Detroit. I just find it so interesting. Like, where else am I ever going to see this information? So that's another reason why I love TikTok. I need to stop advocating for TikTok. But anyways, yeah, the Kmart, an abandoned Kmart in Michigan. And Michigan has such good architecture. It's pretty insane, especially like right outside of Detroit. I'm so curious what they're going to do with this building. I feel like it's going to be demolished. Oh, JK, I guess it was demolished. It should have been saved. I feel like, why? Why not just do something with it. I guess it just depends the location too, because it's like, even if they made it into a hotel, but I don't know. Look at Chip and Joanna Gaines. They've transformed Waco, Texas. We could go to Detroit, outside of Detroit. That could be the next Waco. Winters are bad though. I will say that. Okay, this guy is showing us can openers. This is what, these are the videos I'm saving throughout the years, like the 1989 can opener. I just found it interesting to see how things have evolved, or like household appliances specifically have evolved, because, again, when are we ever like looking into that? And that's why we're here. Oh, a jar opener in 1915. We never had that. I'm just banging it with a butter knife if I can't open that. Oh, it's the same 2-in-1, huh? 1890. You screw. I kind of like that. Why doesn't that exist? Like a can opener where you can go like this. Oh, and then here comes this new guy. And that's what we have. Interesting. How many times have I said interesting in this video? It is interesting. Oh, speaking of interesting, here's another really specific story about this Liechtenstein. Okay, so this is what's interesting about it. It was in CAA's office, and then they vacated it, and then Alo Yoga moved in. So is this their style? Probably not. And then for the kicker, they got rid of the Liechtenstein. Am I pronouncing it right? And put up a campaign photo. I don't understand. Honestly, that mural was so cool, and it was colorful, sure, but it was pretty modern. It wasn't like an oil painting. But I'm not surprised. It's also wild to me that they actually inherited it for free. And they were like, nah. And in the past, or I guess still now, but corporations usually are interested in art collecting. And I don't know if that's to support artists or if there's like some tax write-off shit that goes along with that, but I don't know, Alo Yoga, come on. It's pretty weird to not be interested in that, especially for free. The hell? This is the Orient Express, the Vienna Grand Suite. I don't know where this is going or where I can go on this, but I want to go on this train ride. I feel like a lot of people will book these train adventures and then they show up and the cabin is actually really shitty or like not what you expect. But this one is so amazing. I just want to go by myself and like read some books and TikTok and go on TikTok in that bed. This whole room, I love it. When you have a really small space like that, to convert it into something that feels, I don't know, like very high end or old world, just a fun concept. Really, really, now I want to do this. Now I want to go on a train. But I need it to be guaranteed that it's going to be good, because I swear people think that it's going to be good and then it's not. Okay, and that's it for today, for TikTok. I need to get off TikTok. So hopefully I'm not making a video like this in a while, because I really do need to like stop scrolling, one of those things. But just remember to leave your AI video suggestions down below, because I really think that could be a fun video. Shower curtains are live now if you want a shower curtain. You guys all make fun of me saying curtain. Any other video ideas down below would be great, because let's end this year with a bang. Let's just do some fun things. I am going to go inside and have some lunch, and then I'm hitting the town tonight, just doing single things, being a single girl on a Friday night, trying to be social. That's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you with this one last TikTok video. It kind of scratches an itch in my brain. Like, it's a very satisfying video. And also it's like, I didn't know this existed. I didn't even know this type of thing existed. So enjoy. And if you like this video, let me know, because I do like doing this, but I need to, maybe you all can send me TikToks, because I need to stop. I need to read more. All right. Goodbye. Love you. Mwah.